The other day, I saw a friend who I've known over the past 10 years, but I hadn't seen her in a while. And when I met her, we got to talking and I was asking her how she was doing. And she made it clear that she was struggling within so many areas of her life, her career, her love life, and I could tell her health and energy levels had really been taking a hit this year. And as I was speaking with her, I just could relate so much to how she was feeling in this moment, because that is what I often would feel before I truly committed to my fitness journey. And I was not supposed to record this podcast episode today because I have a million other things going on today, but I needed to. Because if you are feeling like things are not going your way, this is your sign to commit to your fitness goal. And I'm going to share with you all the reasons why. I have 8 in particular reasons why, if you commit to your fitness goal and actually getting in the best shape of your life, it's going to compound and transform every other area of your life. That's what happened to me. And in this episode, I want to share with you how and why that will happen to you as well if you commit today. I really believe that when you change your body, you change your life. When I first wanted to get in shape, thought that, getting abs would be really cool. And then I would be able to look really cool and get some cool modeling, fitness jobs, etc., etc. But what I realized was that when I committed to myself and that level of discipline every single day, I gained a completely different belief in myself, in the fact that I can do hard things. And when I believe and see that I am capable of doing something as challenging as what I set my mind to do at that time in my life, I realized that I could do that within all these other areas where I deep down wanted something more, something greater, something bigger for my life. But it didn't just compound effect within those areas of my life. It affected my energy and my mood and my enthusiasm for life. People say that I'm such a happy, energized person. And I truly believe it's because when we create habits that long-term are fulfilling, it compound effects into, like I was sharing, not just the areas of life where we want to improve within, but within, like deep within. It develops such a different relationship to ourselves and different energy levels. And if you've been wanting to feel that excitement for life, this episode is for you. I mean, I can almost promise you that if you commit to yourself on this level, 1 month from today, if you stay committed for just 30 days, you're going to feel like a different human. Because I believe so deeply that fitness can be the catalyst. It can be the thing that transforms your life. It can help you shift your self-identity, your confidence, your energy, your vitality, your relationships, your business, your career. Everything can explode from making this one change, this one commitment in your life. And you may think I'm exaggerating, but that's what it did for me. And that's what it's doing for so many individuals who are part of my Dream Life Society, which you can become a part of if you want to join us. We do start our September Transformation Challenge on September 1st. And if you join today, you can join the remainder of our August challenge, and you will develop the habits, the routines, have the clear plan set so that you can make this happen. I promise you, if you apply the tools that I give you today, as well as the ones that if you want to go deeper with me inside of my Dream Life Society, inside of my app, with the recipes and the workouts and the journaling challenges and the coaching calls, it will transform your life. And once again, you may think I'm exaggerating and I'm extra, but oh man, I would have never had gotten to where I am in life today if I had not committed to myself to that level, because it changed me on such a deep level. And I believe that it will do the same for you. So here are my 8 reasons why I believe you should commit to your fitness goal today. And the first thing that we got to talk about is how it completely transforms your confidence and your self-worth for multiple reasons. I'm pretty sure you have once accomplished a workout, gone through a workout where after the workout, you were just on a high. You felt so confident. You felt so proud of yourself for pushing yourself to the limit. I know you know that feeling. It could also be a week where you stayed consistent with your nutrition. You felt so confident and so good within. And the reason for that is not just the adrenaline and how good it makes us feel to work out and eat healthy foods, but it's the fact that you made a promise, a commitment to yourself, and you then showed up for yourself. There's no better way than literally keeping the promises that you make to yourself to develop confidence and self-worth. If you create an identity where you make yourself believe that when you promise yourself something, you're going to stick to it. You can keep that promise that you make to yourself. You will literally become unstoppable in life. And that is the definition of confidence, isn't it? That we believe that we can do anything that we set our minds to. And I think that that simple one reason is enough for you to commit today by itself, without the remaining 7 that I have to share with you. Because as the coming points also will be speaking about, when we develop that confidence, it is going to help us show up differently in our relationships, show up differently and take more bold actions in our career and the things that we want to accomplish in life. It makes us go for more challenging things because we have the confidence to. You know how there's that saying that you can believe 1000% in someone else to be able to accomplish something, but unless they actually believe in themselves, they're not going to ever do it. So if you have the confidence to go for these bold, challenging things in life, then there's nothing you can't do. And that leads into the second point, which is the extreme amount of energy and vitality that you will accomplish when you show up for yourself in this way. When you move your body every day, when you eat healthy nutrition, when you show up for these daily habits and choices that you know are going to make you feel better, you will automatically feel more energized. If I sit down on my ass from when I wake up and for 10 hours straight, 12 hours straight, 14 hours straight, I'm going to feel so sluggish by the end of the day. That's why I have a walking treadmill. That's why I like to go to the gym in the middle of the day, which I know I'm very, very lucky that I get to do, that I own my own business. So when I go to the gym, I can, for instance, spend an hour on the treadmill answering emails, answering clients, working on little like to-dos on the treadmill or even on the stairs. And I can take that midday break and come back and do some more work. I like to move throughout my day. I also have my rollerblades. Today, I'm going to work out at a gym at the beach, and I'm going to be rollerblading there so that I get that extra movement, because it will make me feel so energized going into the workout that I'm going to do. It is also Sunday, so that's why I'm going to the gym at the beach. That's not something I normally do. It's like a weekend luxury that I do on Sundays. But adding in that little bit extra movement, for instance, getting a treadmill for your desk at home, it will make you feel more energized. Or when you wake up, are you going to go on a little jog? Are you going to do your workout first thing? Are you going to go on a simple walk? Are you going to fuel your body with sugary cereal? Or are you going to actually eat a high nutritious, high protein meal so that you feel that energy throughout the day? If you commit to eating habits in that way, if you commit to movement in that way, it will make you feel more energized and you're going to live a much longer life. And we both know it. But I do also want to say this. I hate doing sprints. I've brought them back into my routine after I completed my bikini fitness competition. I've never liked doing it. But when I do just a 10-minute interval training sprint session where I sprint as fast as I possibly can, recover a little bit, sprint again, I don't want to do it. But afterwards, I am on such a high that the most incredible creative ideas come to me, the most incredible energy comes to me, and I'm just happy for the rest of the day. Like nothing can, even if I'm like low before I do the sprint, energy completely shifts around when I do it. This is also something I share with my community, and we're bringing them back in the September workout program. It's an optional thing. Cardio is always optional, as well as the training program really is. There's so many, first of all, different workout programs for you to pick the one that works best for whether you're traveling, whether you want to work out at home, whether you want to work out at the gym, whether you're elite or you're a beginner. But then also we can change up the day so that it works with your schedule. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm adding those to the September Transformation Challenge. And if you just want to start off giving it a try, you can start off with doing like a warm up and then doing 30 seconds of sprints, 30 seconds of recovery, 30 seconds sprints, 30 seconds recovery for 10 minutes. I like to do the sprints a little longer, but that's something that you can build your way up towards. Now, the third reason why I believe that you committing to your fitness goal is going to change your life is because of the resilience and discipline that it builds. When you shift your mindset, which is something I did, from I don't want things to be hard. When things are hard, I walk away because it doesn't feel comfortable, to I want it to be hard. I want it to be challenging because that is the only way to grow. When I have ingrained that belief in myself, when something gets hard within my business, when something gets challenging within reaching a certain goal, when I have a day where, let's say, I don't feel like recording a podcast, filming a video, being the most energetic coach that I can be, because potentially something is going on in my personal life. When I have developed the discipline and the resilience of pushing through that last rep that feels so uncomfortable, sprinting for those final 10 seconds when I feel like I'm about to crash the frick out. When I have built the discipline of getting up no matter how much I want to work out today, no matter how much I want to eat a burger over a salad, which obviously there's like, we got to find a balance. So sometimes I will have a burger. I do, however, make my high protein burgers when that's the case, but you get the point. When I don't feel like showing up, but I build that resilience that I am the type of person that shows up no matter what. And when I do show up, I feel 1,000 times better afterwards. When I show up for the workout, when I show up for eating my healthy, nutritious food, when I show up as a coach that is here to serve the people that want to grow with me, I feel 1,000,000 times better afterwards. And I remember so clearly when I started my Instagram profile, I was thinking, who am I to think that I have anything to offer people who wants to get in shape? And I have the most shredded abs. I'd just gone through the most incredible, crazy fitness transformation of my life. But I was still doubting that I wasn't good enough to do that. And same came when I wanted to start this podcast episode. I couldn't speak at all. I was like mumbling through the entire episode. It took me so long to actually get started and upload my first episode. And same with my YouTube videos. I was so afraid of getting judged. And same with my Instagram, the judgment, the fear that I wasn't good enough. And now I coach a lot of women who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s. And in the beginning, I was thinking like, am I good enough for that? I had this idea that to coach women with that maturity, I had to somehow be better than what I was. But what I realized when I actually just went for it, because I reminded myself that I really do have value to offer these women, which, I mean, the women who join my challenges that are in that age group, they see enormous, incredible results. And so when I just decided to go for it and give my all and show up as a confident coach, I helped these women achieve their fitness goal, lose the extra 10 pounds that they had been wanting to lose for years. And that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't developed this discipline and resilience through my workouts, through my nutritional choices, through my daily discipline that I show up for every single day, because I'm proving to myself that I'm capable of so much more than I previously would have thought that I was. And so can you. If you continuously break your norm, challenge your norm, like the name of my podcast, you are going to realize that you are more capable than you could have ever imagined. But you do just have to challenge yourself and do that extra rep, show up that extra time, commit even though you yesterday fell off track. It will build you over time to become a human wilder than you could have ever imagined. As in more strong, more capable, more powerful, more in tuned, in aligned with what it is that you deep down want to be. And I believe that getting in the best shape of your life is also going to help you attract the partner that you deserve. This is something I was thinking about when I was speaking with my friend, because she was speaking about how difficult it is to date today. And I actually have had a very different experience than that. And we were in a girl group, so all of the girls were kind of talking about that. And I was sitting back and listening to it. And I disagree. I believe that when we show up with self-respect and we know what we deserve, and we always show up with good energy because we're doing all these great things for our life, we're also going to be equally attracting that. And of course, there's going to be different people coming our way that are here to help us grow, to become into better humans and help us learn. I mean, we're never going to be able to not have challenges show up, people who are going to trigger us and that are going to help us grow into the people that we want to become. But when we respect our bodies and our life and who we are as humans, I believe we're going to attract partners that respect and value us as well. I feel like it's an energy thing. And I just believe that when we show up for ourselves in this way, being healthy to our body, we're going to show up so differently. We're going to show up with so much more vibrance. And I just want to make something clear. When I say get in the best shape of your life, that's going to look so different for every person. For some people, that's going to look like doing yoga 3 times a week and eating healthy nutrition. For others, it's going to be weight training and feeling like their strongest, most badass selves, let's say 5 days a week, and sticking to a high protein diet. You listening, it might look completely different. Every version of that is going to look different. That's also why I started off this episode sharing that it needs to be your fitness goals. What does that look like for you? Your health goals. Is that being vegan? Eating a bunch of vegetables and whole grains and beans? For you, does that look like being, on, I don't know, a ketogenic diet. I don't know what it looks like for you, but you know what it looks like for you. And you got to figure out, what does that look like for you? And I think no matter whether you're like, is this the right goal or is it not? I think that you going for it, you stopping the procrastination and questioning whether or not it's right for you at this moment. I believe that you going for that goal, if it is challenging, you're going to learn and grow so much more than if you stay stagnant and procrastinate and don't do anything. If you want to change, you got to show up differently. I also believe that this getting in the best shape of your life is going to completely transform your career and / business if you're a business owner, or, have something to do with business, because fitness builds your ability to stay consistent, stay focused on the goal, and the ability to handle so much pressure, more pressure than what feels comfortable. That often also is the case if we want to make progress within our career. And when we dare take risks and show up in this way, I do believe that it leads to more opportunities. And that could be because we look for more opportunities, because we've developed next level confidence. So we feel we're more able to do the things that we previously wouldn't even be able to see, because it would just be so outside of what we thought we could handle. It could also be because when we show up with more confidence, that's something our boss is going to see. And so we're going to get promotions. Or because we start thinking and realizing how capable we are, and this energy starts to show up in our life in such a different way, maybe that leads to you getting a crazy business idea and building your own business. It could be like on the side, a little side hustle, but something that you never previously would have gotten that idea or ever had the confidence of going after. But because you've built this discipline and resilience and confidence and energy, you suddenly decide to just freaking go for it. That's what happened for me. I got in shape, and then I decided to go all in on sharing my journey online. And that's changed my life. And I'm hoping that it's continuously helping other people improve their lives as well, as I share everything that I'm learning on my journey. And now the 6th is an obvious one, but so freaking incredible. And I was feeling this as well when I was speaking to this old friend of mine the other day. It felt like she's a little bit depressed. And what movement does and healthy food does is it releases stress like crazy. It releases anxiety like crazy, and it uplifts your mood in so many ways. So your mental health and emotional stability will be impacted so greatly when you choose to commit to this goal. If I'm ever low and I go move my body, I feel a million times better. And I know you can relate to that. It's no crazy thought, but it's important. So I needed to add it to this episode. Now, the 7th point I already mentioned previously in this episode, but it's so important because what it does is that it changes your personal identity and integrity. And I've shared so many times how a person will consistently show up in the way that they deep down believe themselves to be. If they believe themselves to be a lazy piece of blah, then that's how they're gonna show up. But if they start believing that they are capable and badass and freaking incredible, then that's how they're gonna show up. So keeping these self-promises really builds such a next level trust and belief that you're capable of doing so many incredible things. You start seeing yourself in a different light. And yes, it may help that your body transforms as well. But if you have noticed, that's not even like 5% of what I've been talking about in this episode. I'm talking about the emotional changes that happen. But of course, your physical changes as well. Your physical body, you're going to see a difference. And that may also help change your identity and show up differently. I just believe that by committing to your goal, you will stop playing so damn small and start actually going for the things that you deep down want in life. You're going to stop scrolling and looking at other people living their best lives and go do it yourself. I've been watching so little, like any type of social media, any type of YouTube videos lately. I've been just out living life, being with people nonstop, working nonstop on my own thing. Like I have not watched, maybe I've watched one YouTube video a week. If I've had 10 minutes of downtime for some reason at some point, but none of it. It's just been living my life to the fullest. And it's not always been like that, but I've made massive changes in my life this year and my life quality. This is something I shared yesterday with one of my close people, that I feel like my life quality has gone up so much this year. And it's been because I've been so intentional about changing my patterns, changing the way I live my life, and slowly, little by little, shifted. But that's going on a little side tangent. When you do this work, it makes you want to continue to improve in all areas of your life. And it's just worth it. It's always going to be worth it. And that leads to the final 8th point, which is it completely will transform your lifestyle and daily habits. It will help you question everything that you're doing, especially if you do journaling as well. That's why journaling is such a big part of my transformation challenges. If you join my membership, you also get all of my journaling challenges, because it really helps you question the way you're showing up, how you can improve, what you would wish was different, and then it helps you align your actions accordingly so that you are capable and able to make these shifts in your life. Because here's the thing, when you choose for health to be your priority, you start really focusing on improving your sleep, improving your diet, improving your work schedule to align with what it is that you deep down want for your life, your exercise routine, your hydration, your productivity. You will show up so differently. I felt this on my own body, and that is why I'm so passionate about the work that I do, the message I try to share. It's because it will change your life. It changed my life, and I wanted to change yours too. I believe that there's a reason why you clicked on this episode today. And now it's up to you whether you choose to do it or not. If you want me to be your coach and literally give you every single step of the process, join my September Transformation Challenge. And if you join today, you can get the remainder of this August challenge so that you literally can start right now, right here and right now. And if you're listening to this episode at a later time, we run new challenges every month. So join us anytime, the membership or the individual challenge. I want to help you succeed on this journey. And I promise you that if you commit, whether you do it with me or you do it yourself or with someone else, if you commit, it will change your life. And yes, you may feel I'm dramatic, but I don't care, because it will. And I want you to live the life that you were meant to live, that you deserve to live. No more staying stuck. No more dreaming and wishing. It's time to take action. I believe in you. I know you can do this. I hope you have a beautiful day. And as always, remember that in order for you to grow, you have to challenge your norm. Bye.